Good afternoon on what is a very warm, bright and sunny day. It is Monday the 24th of June and I'm in the Read Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is a sheaf of adventures for Delta Green, the role-playing game, published by Arc Dream Publishing. Now, Delta Green, the role-playing game, is a role-playing game of Lovecraftian investigative horror and governmental conspiracies. The governmental conspiracies aspect essentially focusing on the cover-up of the Lovecraftian horror, termed the unnatural in Delta Green. And typically you play a federal agent of some kind with a normal day job, plus you have you work with Delta Green to investigate these horrors and suffer the consequences, but whilst knowing that you are keeping the majority of the people on the earth in the United States safe. So I've already looked at public shows and shadow plays. One of the first scenarios for it, also From the Dust, and Static Protocol, which is an expansion for Impossible Landscapes. Fantastic campaign. If you've not played it, find someone who's going to run it for you. And the next one I'm going to have a look at is Presence. So, the Mother of Moons awakes. A lethal cord of cause and appalling effect connects the Vermont hills and a haunted woman 1,000 miles away. So when a young woman in Alabama turns up in New England in an instant, Delta Green sends your agents to learn how and why. Learning that her vanishing was the work of some strange and fearful gift of the agent is the agent's first step in a journey of terrible revelations. To save her and others, they must follow a trail of horror into night-black woods and vertiginous hills where silence drowns all hope. Presence is a complete scenario for Delta Green, the role-playing game of Lovecraftian horror and conspiracy. It's playable with the 4 rules of in Delta Green, the role-playing game, or the quick start rules in Delta Green Need to Know, a free download from Arc Dream Publishing. Okay, and the great thing about that's entirely correct. You have the complete rules, enough to play a scenario 2 or more in Delta Green Need to Know, which essentially is a combination of of the rules plus a really good scenario called Last Things Last. So what you get in here, you leap straight into the action, pretty much as standard for a Delta Green adventure. There's not a lot of wasted time or space. It gets the adventure going with an introduction and a potential clue or handout there, and then we're on to the briefing from the case officer. The case officer is going to be assigning the mission to the Delta Green agents, and this is going to take them to the Vermont, Townsend, or Townsend, the town of, in Vermont. You've got a timeline there of the events, and essentially where the player character is going to have a chance. The agent's going to have to investigate and interview the woman from Alabama who's turned up in Vermont under strange circumstances, and then having done that, the agents can begin digging deeper into her backstory and what's happened to her. And this is basically, you've got the guide there for doing that, and following sort of like the clues and people's involved back through the storyline, all the way to Birmingham, Alabama, of course, where prior victims of this phenomena might be found and can be interviewed possibly. And you've got really nice kind of handouts in terms of Facebook posts there, which the agent can find and investigate. So this is quite a people-focused scenario from what I can look, from what I can see. And then once they get to Birmingham, they can actually Birmingham. And investigate further and out into the wilds of Alabama, where they encounter the House of the Living and the Dead, and the antagonists behind problem finally come to a close. Basically, we're solving the mission. There are some sanity rewards, potentially, of course, and then you've got the characters involved in the assignment. So full NPC details, including the hint there that Sydney, mostly human, and some fantastic illustrations. I mean, that's quite eerie. You're not quite sure what's going on there. I mean, that might hint, if you're dealing with Vermont in particular, with the Migo, the fungi from Yuggoth. And there we go. Also details of tomes and rituals that might be found and read by the agents. I've got some details there about psychic rituals, adding those into the game in the long term, and so on, to round out the scenario presence. So, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case, a scenario for Delta Green, the role-playing game, published by Art Dream Publishing, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.